Despite inside the forest of Kerala, there is a place where history, wildlife, and human stories come together. A place where wild elephants once walked, lived, and were cared for. Today, I am taking you to Konni Elephant Caves, also known as Konni Anakud, located in Pathanamthitta district, Kerala, India. This is not just another tourist spot. This place tells the story of how humans once managed wild elephants, how times have changed, and how conservation has become our priority today. Many years ago, wild elephants often entered human settlements, damaging crops and sometimes putting lives at risk. At that time, forest management practices were very different from today. Wild elephants were captured from forest areas and brought to places like Koni. Here, they were kept under observation and given initial care. Koni became one of the most well known elephant care and training centers in Kerala. After spending time here, some elephants were later used for temple festivals, timber work, and forest related activities. If you are planning to visit Koni Elephant Caves, reaching here is quite easy. By airport, the nearest airport is Trivandrum International Airport, and you can reach here by road in about 3 to 4 hours. And if you are planning to visit via train, the nearest railway station is Chenganur, and from there you can avail both buses and taxis, and the time taken would be 1.5 hours. Details: 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Timings may vary depending on weather and Forest Department regulations. Facilities like parking space, basic restroom, and guidance from staff is available here. It is recommended to wear comfortable footwear and carry drinking water. Training an elephant was never easy and never quick. They spent months and sometimes years building trust with the elephants. Here, elephants were fed regularly, taken to nearby rivers for bathing, treated when sick, allowed rest and movement. Elephants were not treated as mindless animals, they were understood as intelligent, emotional beings. This place witnessed a deep bond between humans and elephants, built on patience, experience, and understanding. Koni is a small town in Pathanamthitta district surrounded by the dense forest of the Western Ghats. This region is rich in biodiversity, like tall trees, flowing rivers, hills, and wildlife everywhere. Because of these forests, Koni has always been a natural elephant habitat. For centuries, elephants moved freely through these forest corridors. But as human settlements increased, elephants began entering villages and farmlands. This is how Koni slowly became an important center for elephant management during earlier times. Despite the name, Koni Elephant Caves are not natural caves. They are man made stone enclosures built very strongly to temporarily house elephants. When you look closely, you will notice narrow entrances, strong gates designed to handle enormous strength. These were carefully designed so elephants could be kept safely without harming themselves or the people around them. Standing here, you truly understand how powerful elephants are and how carefully humans had to plan these enclosures. As time passed, people's understanding of wildlife began to change. New wildlife protection laws were introduced. Awareness about animals' rights and conservation increased. Today, capturing wild elephants is strictly restricted by law. It is no longer used for capturing or training elephants like before. Instead, The focus has shifted to wildlife conservation, rescue and rehabilitation, education and awareness. Konni now stands as a reminder of our past and a symbol of how much we have learned. Today, these caves are maintained by the Forest Department and are open to visitors. People visit this place to learn about elephant history, understand forest life, experience nature in a calm and respectful way. This is not an amusement park, it is a heritage site connected deeply with Kerala's forest history. An often overlooked part of Konni's history is the role played by local tribal communities. Tribal people had deep knowledge of forest paths, elephant behavior, and natural science. They assisted forest officials during elephant training. Their understanding of nature was not written in books, it was passed down through generations. Koni stands as a place where traditional tribal knowledge and forest management came together. Elephants are highly intelligent animals. They can remember faces, recognize voices, and even show emotions like joy, anger, and grief. Because of this intelligence, elephant training at Koni focused heavily on building trust, reducing the fear, and creating familiarity. Rushing the process could make elephants aggressive or stressed. Patience was the most important tool used by the trainers. Local people still talk about elephants that were once kept here, known for their strength, calm nature, or intelligence. Some elephants became famous after joining temple festivals, others were remembered for their gentle behavior with humans. These stories live on in the memories of people around the area even today. They are a symbol of power, prosperity, and tradition. They play a major role in temple rituals, processions, and festivals. These elephant caves supplied elephants to temples across India, making it a silent contributor to the state's cultural identity. Now, let's dig into a daily life at this elephant cave. Early in the morning, trainers and forest workers would arrive before sunrise. The first task was to check on the elephants, their mood, health, and movement. Water was brought in buckets or drawn from nearby streams. Food like grass, leaves, and forest produce was prepared. The day moved slowly, carefully, always according to the elephant's behavior. Nothing here was rushed because rushing an elephant was dangerous. Bringing an elephant to these caves was itself a massive task. Elephants were guided slowly through forest paths. Sometimes they walked for days accompanied by experienced handlers. Every step was planned to avoid panic or injury. This journey alone required deep knowledge of their behavior and the forest terrain. It was chosen because it was accessible, yet surrounded by forests, making the transition easier for the animals. Unlike some locations closer to cities, this place was deep inside forest land. This reduced stress for the elephants and allowed more natural movement. Therefore, they earned a reputation for better handling and calmer elephants. Elephants can understand tone, body language, and even human emotions. Instead of force, they use repetition and calm presence, and it helps to reduce aggression and fear. Even today, modern elephant care follows many principles that were practiced here slowly, patiently, and with respect. During monsoon, the forest becomes thick and alive. Movement is slowed, and extra care was taken to prevent injuries. And during summer, water management became critical. Every season required different routines, showing how closely elephant care was tied to nature's rhyme. Elephants form strong emotional bonds. They remember both kindness and cruelty. They grieve, they celebrate, they protect one another. This emotional journey is an unseen but powerful part of their story. Today, elephant capture is no longer practiced the way it once was. One of the most heartwarming sights at this cave has always been the baby elephants. These young elephants are called Anakutti in Malayalam, and they've always captured the hearts of everyone who visited Konni. When a baby elephant arrived at Konni, either rescued from the forest or born in captivity, it requires special care. They are fed with soft grass, milk, and sometimes fruit. And the trainers stay close to them almost all the time, teaching them basic trust and comfort. They are gradually introduced to larger spaces and eventually to the bigger elephants. Care for baby elephants are gentle and patient because they were fragile and needed guidance to adapt to human presence safely. Baby elephants are naturally playful. They splash in water during river baths, chase each other in the open stone enclosures, try to mimic older elephants' behavior. Watching a baby elephant explore its surrounding was not only cute, it also taught the trainers about learning patterns, curiosity, and intelligence. They form bonds that are incredibly important because elephants remember relationship for life. Baby elephants are vulnerable too because medical care was given immediately if they fell sick. Special attention was paid during monsoon or summer because extreme weather condition could harm them. They were always kept near older elephants for safety and guidance. This careful protection ensured many baby elephants grew strong and confident. Baby elephants were sometimes trained to participate in minor roles during festivals, like walking behind older elephants or learning to carry some ornaments. But this training was gradual, ensuring that they never stressed or forced. And they are also crucial for the survival of the species. The best time to visit Konni Elephant Caves is from October to March when the weather is pleasant. Early morning or late afternoon visit are ideal for a peaceful experience and good lighting for photos and videos. Konni Elephant Caves tell a powerful story, a story of coexistence, conflict, learning, and change. From elephant capture to elephant conservation, this place reflects our journey as humans living alongside nature. If you ever visit Konni, do so with respect and care. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let's spread awareness and support wildlife conservation. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. There are bit more video clips that I've attached along with this. So do continue watching if you like it, and thank you so much.